Hey Mortal Kombat fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. No time for a cringy intro because we've got an issue here with Warner Brothers, man. I think I figured out their new marketing strategy with this whole HBO Max and theater same day situation that they got going on. It looks like they only plan to ever release one trailer of the actual movie for everyone to see, and then 100 more TV spots that each contain seconds of footage all put together. Because that's exactly what we got going on right now. The Mortal Kombat movie is putting out a new 30-second trailer almost every single day, and now it's gotten to the point that, yes, I definitely want to talk about it because we got some brand new fighters here that we haven't seen in previous trailers, other hints of big action sequences, even some of the characters showing off their powers similar to in the video games. All that footage here, but also just cautioning you guys that you might want to stay away from the internet, because if we've learned anything from Godzilla Vs Kong is that they'll just keep releasing and releasing and releasing until the whole movie's just basically there. I bet you somebody can edit all of the Godzilla vs. Kong trailers into the movie. Also pouring out and showing my respect to the homies who got spoiled for Godzilla vs. Kong, because since it came out in other markets like Australia and Brazil, people recorded the last 30 minutes and put them on YouTube. So don't be searching up Godzilla vs. Kong for the next couple days, because you will get ruined by some crazy thumbnails. It happened to me. At least the Mortal Kombat pops are looking cool. I mean, look at these things. They think they're looking nice. So before I go into breaking down and showing you some of the new trailers that have come out for the Mortal Kombat movie, let me know your opinion on what you think here. Can you make out some of the secret characters that they have lurking in the background? Are you continuing to be surprised by this movie in the same way I am? As well as don't be forgetting to hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. It helps out so much here. All right, let's roll with the first trailer.
It has begun.
Been chosen.
For what?
For something known as Mortal Kombat.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
Get over here!
Mortal Kombat.
So right there in one of the first trailer spots, you can see some of that footage is made up of stuff we've already seen in the past, maybe a little bit of an extended look at the whole Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight that you know is just going to be the biggest highlight of the movie. But the main thing I wanted to point out from this trailer that was released a few days ago is that we have here a new fighter that has joined the roster of this Mortal Kombat movie, and even though we don't get to see the front of this character, it most likely is the character of Natara. There's been a couple of Mortal Kombat characters that do have these bat-like wings, but I think the most famous one that they would probably bring into the movie is the Natara character. I'm actually very shocked they brought in a character like that. With some of the visual effects that they're throwing around for this Mortal Kombat movie, I thought they were saving it all for the fire effects of Scorpion, some of the ice effects on Sub-Zero. That's where all the money was going, but no, they are still willing to throw in some amazing character designs and new interpretations of these characters to the big screen. I know a lot of us have not been completely happy with some of the new changes in the characters, like with the whole look of Reptile right there. Some people are loving that. I know the most controversial one is everything going on with Melina's character, and I was holding out hope and thinking this was still going to look awesome. But we do have a small glimpse in one of these trailers where we get a better look of Melina's jaw coming open, and it really is not like in the video games where it goes basically ear to ear in a creepy smile. It's very spiky teeth, but it's not what we were expecting to the Melina level, so I can understand the disappointment there. But with Natara right here, I think you gotta be happy with some of these bat wings. I'm also imagining, since they haven't made her a big part of some of the trailers, that she is just gonna be cannon fodder, basically meaning one of the main characters of the movie or one of the main villains will just be fighting her in the tournament and end up giving her a big old fatality. But it's still pretty cool to see her be thrown in there, because hey, that's probably someone's favorite Mortal Kombat character. Getting to the next TV spot here.
Throughout history, different cultures reference a great war with worlds and species that we didn't even know existed. This war was known as Mortal Kombat.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
Does that mean I'm gonna get superpowers at any point?
Now this trailer to me was definitely one of the most juiciest ones because it had a lot of footage that we hadn't seen before and new lines of dialogue. Some of the first things I want to go right off the bat. It is like statue galore in these Mortal Kombat trailers because we just get statues of every great fighter in this movie. Not only do we start off here with a look at the Raiden statue and most likely the temple where they'll be training some of these Earthrealm fighters like Cole Young, Kung Lao, Liu Kang, Sonya, and yes, even Kano. But from there we also get shots and what seems to be a little history lesson on the world of Mortal Kombat. Now, there's been early reports saying that even though the opening of the Mortal Kombat movie is still going to be the origin story of how Scorpion and Sub-Zero became rivals, and Sub-Zero going after Scorpion's family, taking them down, and then basically creating what will always be this huge tension between them, is before that we will get about 5 minutes of footage where they kind of explain the world of Mortal Kombat. So probably something like thousands of years ago, warriors rised up. And sometimes that can be really cheesy. Like, I know the worst one that has ever happened is the Dragon Ball Evolution intro where they try explaining the whole world of Dragon Ball in like the first 10 seconds. Obviously here though, this is Shao Kahn, one of the bigger bads that also has a statue in one of the previous trailers. Like I said, statue galore. If you ain't got a statue in Mortal Kombat, are you even a main character? From there, we finally get Goro opening the door. Like I've been telling you guys, they've released so many trailers of Mortal Kombat that they needed to extend some of the footage that they've been showing over and over, which was Goro trying to open this door and him finally coming out of it after 1,000 trailers later. Really, this Mortal Kombat movie to me, even if it turns out being trash and somehow bad, which at this point, I don't see how it could be with all the fan service that they're doing here, I am loving the look of this Mortal Kombat movie, and like I said, if I'm bored throughout it or if the story's just not captivating my attention, at least these designs are looking fantastic and I could just stare at them because there's so many shots in these trailers that just look great. I even like this little smoke effect that goes on with Shang Tsung here in the background. Him popping out of a portal, most likely going into one of the battles for Mortal Kombat. I think the effect is something exactly to what we have whenever we have a little intro of these characters about to fight. I wonder if they'll even pull off something like that in the actual movie where the two characters right before they fight each other, they always have a little snarky remark to make to one another. An extended look here of Liu Kang pulling out his fatality move here with his fire dragon. This is when he's fighting Cabal and is gonna take him down. Speaking of more things pulled from the video game, is we got a shot here of Sonia Blade using her power rings, and they're even the pink energy rings that we've seen in past Mortal Kombat games. Again, just showing you how faithful they are. Really cool, and I like how they throw this in there because like I've said, we have characters here that are basically humans. They need a little bit of leverage to be fighting some of these huge monster looking characters. I hate that I first saw the Funko Pop and then that spoiled it for me, but now seeing the trailer footage, I'm like, alright, at least it's looking cool in action. Something here, if you blink, you'll miss it, is Scorpion using some of his powers to get out of a hole that Sub-Zero has him in with his hand and feet to the ground. The Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight is going to be the peak, the highlight of the movie, and I just wonder how they're going to top it off, especially when you have shots of Liu Kang shooting out his fire dragon. I really hope it comes down to Scorpion taking off his face, revealing his skull, and then throwing the fire like in the classic Mortal Kombat fatality. And actually, I went ahead and slowed down the footage here in editing. It definitely looks like Scorpion has a full-on skull right here when he's emerging with this fire. I know there's a tricky situation with showing skulls in other countries where it's illegal or it'll get your movie banned. Like in China, you can't do that. So I wonder if they're actually going to go ahead and do it or if they'll digitally change it for other markets. What do you guys think? Moving on to the next TV spot here.
Who's first?
Throughout history, different cultures reference a great tournament. Mortal Kombat.
Finish him!
Oh, hello, sunshine.
Alright, now this one again was maybe a mix-up of footage we've seen before, but I think there are three big key moments that this trailer reveals here that I think are pretty awesome. One, this epic shot of Sub-Zero just walking in what I believe is Outer World, the Shao Kahn world, and like I just can't stop staring at how absolutely beautiful and breathtaking some of these shots are for the Mortal Kombat movie. Knowing the lower budget, they really maximize what they were able to do with this movie. And like I was telling you guys, sometimes when they continue showing the exact exact same shots. They got to give us a couple more seconds in the 1000th trailer they show, because this shot here that we've been seeing of Jax's character fighting what you guys now tell me is Raiko, thank you so much for your more hardcore Mortal Kombat fans that know more than me, is we get him here about to do one of his bloody fatalities that gets cut off by a millisecond, where Jax is about to destroy this man's head like a watermelon. That's gonna be a shot I can't wait to actually see go down in the movie. Other than that, it is the extended version of Liu Kang using his Fire Dragon fatality against Cabal and taking him down. So sad that Cabal is gonna be going out in this movie, but it's still cool that they brought him in. Other than that, it really is just a bunch of new footage. Once this video ends, I'm just gonna play you a couple more trailers that have come out that have snippets of new footage. I want to know from you guys what so far has been your favorite trailer. Are you gonna stop watching the trailers from now on? Because like I'm telling you, they are releasing one every day with more seconds of footage. Probably will be my last video talking about Mortal Kombat trailer footage, because yeah, I just don't want the entire movie ruined for me. But be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well if you're enjoying the content here. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.
It's all real.
Has begun.
Well, if they want to fight, then let's give them one.
Mortal Kombat.